Barack Obama has taken action to try and prevent Donald Trump from establishing a registry of American Muslims and banning people from Muslim nations entering the U.S. The Obama administration is scrapping the dormant National Security Entry-Exit Registration System, NSERS, that logs and monitors people who enter the U.S. from countries with active terrorist groups, a system Mr. Trump could have resurrected and expanded to help implement his controversial plans. During the election campaign, the businessman promised to impose a ban on all Muslims entering the country. He later modified this to apply only to people coming from countries with a proven history of terrorism. Following his shock election victory on November 8, Mr. Trump's team announced he was also considering imposing a registry of Muslim immigrants already in the U.S. Chris Kobach, the Kansas Secretary of State who is an advisor to Mr. Trump and has been tipped for a job in the incoming administration, suggested these policies could be enacted by bringing back the NSERS system the Obama team are now scrapping. 24 of the 25 countries that were included in the NSERS register were Muslim-majority nations. The other was North Korea. The system was introduced after the 9/11 attacks in 2001 but has not been used since 2011, reports the New York Times, suggesting Mr. Obama's move is designed solely to make it harder for Mr. Trump to fulfill his pledges. The president-elect this week reiterated his promise to ban Muslim immigrants and set up a register of us Muslims. He answered a question from reporters on whether this was still his intention by saying, "You know my plans all along and I've been proven to be right. 100% correct. Right?" A spokesperson later said Mr. Trump was referring to his modified plans to ban the immigration of people from countries where there are terrorist groups operating, rather than his earlier proposals for a blanket ban on all Muslims entering the U.S. Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway was asked on Thursday if the president-elect had backed away from the idea of a Muslim registry. "Well," he said during the campaign long after he had originally proposed that this would be more strictly tied to countries where we know they have a history of terrorism. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.